Welcome back to Pops and Pilots. Let's play some more Victoria 3. We're playing as Mexico. We're going for Manifest Mexico. We have to take the Pacific Coast and the Great Plains, and therefore have to, well, deal with the US of A, the Canucks, and the Russian too. For now, we're friends with the US of A, and fortunately they have a favor from us. What are they called? Obligation. And we currently are not even able to declare war on them. Not that I want to do that right now, but I'm gonna want to do that eventually. And that is... There's an election coming up that might be nice. We're losing money right now because spending tons, I think, on our public health insurance, which is refusing to be passed, which is rude. Well, I'm gonna unpause and go ahead. I got a new keyboard today, with the idea of it being quieter. It's still a mechanical keyboard, but I meant for it to be quieter. Honestly, I'm not sure it is. Do feel free to let me know in the comments whether you still hear my keyboard being as loud as it tended to be in the past, whether it's better or maybe even worse. I have quickly added some dampness to the spacebar to maybe help with the sound. But I still have to do it for all the other keys. But since spacebar is the one key that I keep hitting here, that might be useful. Market access in Mexico is still low. Did we just finish the railway and it's still hiring, or is that? No, it has fully hired. 60 infrastructure, and you still have low infrastructure. Good lord. That's the usage. I have road maintenance going. We do have wooden passenger carriages, which would make it even worse, I think, if we were to swap to steel passenger carriages. Somehow that costs us infrastructure, I think. It does. So we still don't have enough railway here, so let's have more railway then. Why not? I mean, we're lacking tons of engines anyway, so might as well have more trains going on. We have a lot of extra tools. That seems an excessive amount of extra tools. Now, can we use a bunch of tools? I feel like I had something I wanted tons of tools for, but I don't actually remember because there's so many options. This is a change I don't actually want to make. Could save up some laborers in some place, but I mean, this might actually become interesting. How are we doing on people? Let's have a quick look at places with maize farms that don't have people. I'm really looking for places that have no people. Places where people are low supply, we're gonna deal with it later. But for now... Wait, Guatemala has spare peasants. That's new. So our immigration policy kind of worked. You have no peasants, San Salvador, but you're already on harvesting tools. So that was useless. Thank you very much. What about the livestock ranches? You're fully tooled up. I could have seen that on the top level here. Didn't actually need to go in there. Steam donkeys would use more coal and save up laborers in Oaxaca, Guerrero. It's all fine though. It's all fine. I mean, yes, we're getting close to the place where we need laborers. But for now, it kind of seems to be working because we have that high standard of living and our very, very relaxed policies where culture and religion are concerned. People are moving to our country at a decent rate, which is nice. No taxes, still fine. What about the gold mines? It's still Bajio though, still fine. Okay, not really going to use tools for that then. Automatic irrigation is going here. Okay, so I don't think it's rural. Patent Stills uses glass to make more liquor, which is apparently bad. And this needs tons of fish, right? Yeah. We could get the oil out of the ground, but we don't really want to right now. This does use tools. It would free up laborers in Mexico, where we don't quite need them yet. Maybe it's just the case that we have spare labor right now. Does kind of feel to be true, but why did I build all the... There's a spare labor. I meant to say spare tools. Have people been buying our tools before? Is that why we had none? Because we did build extra tooling factories to counteract this. Let's sell a bunch to the Americans for now, I suppose. Not that's really here nor there, but it's something. Fertilizer, wine, extra paper, bonus clippers. And then clothing is still in a horrible spot, even though we're making so much. Oh, we're selling 1k. Never mind, it's not in a horrible spot. They're just buying all our clothing. It's fine. Dye 1,000 is being bought. Gee whiz. Yeah, we do want to go for that. People are buying our chairs as well. And our coal, how much? 40, so not really. So coal is still a bit of an issue. Okay. By a bit I mean a lot. So is iron. And the luxury chairs, of course. Okay, coal, iron. And we're building some coal here, right? We are. So maybe iron is what we should be looking at. Rural, iron mines, Jalisco. Drop down 2 more. And then we're probably going to have a look at labor availability again. I'm also kind of interested in upgrading our routes even more. I mean, having even more convoys go out. On the other hand, that is probably going to be used to buy even more fabric of these people. We did swap to Austria there because it wasn't that much fabric being bought from the Austrians. But it's back to being crazy amounts. Could we not have crazy amounts from the Americans and not use all the convoys? We can. We can't avoid having a huge import route anyway. I'm just going to do that. And then grab it from the Americans. That's a lot of fabric though. Surely it's going to go down, and I don't know why we're buying those amounts of fabric. What trader goes out and buys all that extra fabric? I mean, come on. And I'd like to see, yeah, we're going to see the convoys move on to other routes. Tools are still crazy. Fabric is not. Wait, I did do an import route for fabric, right? From the Americans? I did, it's just a super low level. Why? Predicted should grow to 16. Okay, no, it will grow. Fine. Fine. Okay, what's our next play? I mean, Honduras is still somewhat interesting, but that has the issue of... Why do you always swap back to me when I do that? It's annoying. Of this. How do I see? Relations are cordial. Attitude is protective. See, we don't want to deal with that. What about Nicaragua then? Attitude. Okay, you don't like Nicaragua. New Granada does, but that's fine. Spain. Natural enemy. But once again, if we were to try and hit Nicaragua here, we'd need to get some boats. Which we can do, but it will take away from our ability to build other things. And I so really want to just get our industry going. Although once we get reinforced concrete, all bets... No, not reinforced concrete, damn it. That's not going to take all the bets off. All the bets will be off once we get steel frame buildings. Which maybe I just need to suck up and work on. Just get nationalism and organize sports after we get reinforced concrete. Is there any way I can queue this? No, right? Nah. No research queue. It's fine, I didn't really expect one, it's just... kind of tempted to make more universities. There's our health system, which hopefully doesn't actually radicalize the industrialists. We're supposed to have a thing soon, a change in government. Oh well, an election at least. What was it that I wanted to do? Children, right? Restrict child labor, gives us more education. And the industrialists like it, just the landowners and the petite bourgeoisie don't like it. Now, if we were to reform government after the election and we'd get the industrialists in, then we could even go for compulsory primary school, which will radicalize the landowners and the petite bourgeoisie. I don't love radicals, so maybe do go step by step. Let's start on that restricted child labor. Get it done. Concrete. Good lord. Now, yeah, let's just go nationalism. Fine. Fine, you got me. Now, I assume the 50% increased throughput would mean more there we go. More construction availability. Maybe we don't need another tooling workshop right now. Maybe that's actually not the thing we should be building. I mean, I queued it, and I'm sure I had a good reason to queue it. Oh, it's an auto-expand. I see. So auto-expand just looks at whether the thing is profitable and fully hired. It does not actually look at whether I need these tools. Let's cancel auto-expand here. Let's also not expand. We have enough tools for now. For now. Holding on these engines these days. We did a huge boost in engine production. We have extra engines now. We still have things we want to use engines for. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, steel. Yeah, but steel is... There are ways to get more steel. Actually, making grain again, and fish, of course. So much sugar. Again, sugar was something we could help with, though, right? We can go to the sugar farm, sugar plantation, and run automatic irrigation. Make it craton of sugar. Maybe let's not do it for all these things yet. Let's go to Oaxaca and have automatic irrigation going. Making 180 more sugar. And yeah, that does mean I think I want even more engine production. As crazy as it may sound, have another motor industry. No peasants anymore in Yucatan. Now, did I already do all the things? I did not. You're losing money. Can use tools and coal, employ fewer people. Well, that sounds great. Question is, how bad is employment in Yucatan? I don't want to generate a bunch of unemployed people. Slightly below, so it's like 2K missing. Railway misses nobody. Okay, so we're almost fully employed here. But let's say we build one more of these. And then when that is done, we go and swap out to more efficient production. Ooh. Also gonna need more bureaucracy. Which is fine, we have the extra paper. And we still want a level 10 government administration in Mexico anyway. Let's run 2 of these. Enact universal suffrage. I am interested. Whoa, child labor is not... Well, let's look how the election goes. But that does not look great. 5%. Yikes. A land of plenty. Toss a coin to your witcher. Momentum to the conservatives, or interest group to the interest attraction to the Catholic Church? Momentum to the Conservative Party is an oxymoron anyway. Oh, that just ended the event. Interesting. Election results. Free Trade Party, Liberal Party, Conservative Party. I wanted to wait with the event for the election. And somehow that just ended the event. Oh, wow. We still have the best government. The new system seems weird. These parties who hate each other. That's just wrong. Oh, you want to join? We can't even do this because people want to join their parties. Okay. So you want to do that. You want to do that, which makes this government horrible. You threw out the conservatives, it would be even more horrible. Okay. We got in the free traders. We got rid of the liberals. Wow. If we did that. And it's still a loss. We don't technically need to reform. I think we can just sit on this. Even though, sure, the armed forces, the trade unions want to be with the intelligentsia. I could use that if we wanted to throw out the conservatives. But we could also just sit on 60. Which seems better. We have syphilis. I guess I'm not reforming my government then. But that kind of says to me we're not trying to do child labor right now. Why on earth is it so low? We have so much support. 5% success chance. Minus... Why is it so bad? Let's stop that. 5% chance every 180 days, yeah. I guess because the people who really want it are not that many. No, there's 26% industrialists. I don't quite get it. 5%. Why 5%? What about other things? There was something else I wanted, right? I mean, I do want the child labor thing, but there wasn't there? Maybe I'm forgetting something. 12% chance. These chances are just horrible. That's right, universal suffrage, because we have a movement to do this. 11%. Nobody gets radicalized, but a lot of people don't like it. At least it has some chance of being enacted. That's one government size allowance. Which this also gives us. Lots more legitimacy from cloud. And votes are less important with census suffrage. I'm confused by the low chance of passing. What about all these? 12, 12, 17. These are normalish numbers. But... oh, right. Right. There's nobody in the government that wants the child labor change. The only reason we can even enact it is because we have the interest group that wants it. And this gives us this 5% chance. But, I mean, 5%, 10% chance to advance, and 85% chance to... ugh. Right? Oh, it's just mostly... we're going to get some sort of event that debates it. I'm going to let it run. Let's see. But we do have free government reform, but we don't want it. What we want is more dye. How are we doing on engines? We're negative on engines again. Okay. People just buying all the Mexican clothing. But am I supposed to... I mean, we have had the same issue with other things before. Am I supposed to just build a ton more clothing factories just to fulfill that need? I mean, yes, all the exports do bring a lot of money to our country overall. It's probably fine. But it doesn't seem great at all. Xenophobia. Freaking Xenos. Eradicate some discrimination. Luckily, we don't have any discrimination. Even if we have Valonian people coming into Oaxaca. Which, I mean, nobody can want. Valonians. And Swedes coming to Guatemala. I mean, New World and all that. I get it. Somewhat. Trade routes. Kinda would be nice to have a piece of information here that gives you numbers without trade routes. So I kinda really don't like working against the incoming trade routes here. I feel like we need more iron still. In Jalisco. Revolutionary Mesquita. Why not? Why the heck not? Market access is getting bad in a bunch of places. We're still building that railway in Mexico. But Oaxaca and Guerrero are also starting to have issues. Not that 99% is that bad, but it's bad nonetheless. Could fix it with a port. Nah, I want to fix it with a railway. I mean, surely. Surely that's the way to go. More railway, please. What the heck? What kind of view am I even in? Get that kind of information. Is it because of the diplomatic play going on there? Who knows? Now, I really want to do something. Wait, no, restricted chat limbo was never because of the movement. That's for universal suffrage. Why the heck is it so bad then? I'm gonna give it its checkpoint now, but... Huh? Weird. Maybe it just lack support in the government anyway. I probably did. We're not running either of those people, are we? We're not running the... Yeah. Running some weird church intelligentsia combination. Okay, Yucatan. Oh, you're still waiting for it, but you do lack a bunch of people now. In the engine industry. And there. You have unemployed people though. Just not going so well in the motor industries anymore because the price of engines isn't all that high. Which is good, but bad. Use coal and tools. And fewer people. But not more engines, right? We're going to turn on something that uses more engines, which is like sugar plantation irrigation, right? It's going to go ham on the engine market. It should then do fine for the engines, which then means our sugar is probably a bit high now. Wow. A bit high, yes. And then... Wasn't there something you want to use more sugar for, or am I just confusing that? It's not this. It's not this either. Did I just make that up? We're just now swimming in sugar. Houston food industries and nothing else. Okay. Maybe our sugar production is a bit high? Because look at how... consider export of sugar. Can I sell a bunch of sugar to the Americans? I can. Which should make it less considerably bad. But still, it's still a lot of sugar. Now, I think the import-export route has to, it has to grow first. More buildings, more buildings. Coal is still a big deal. Oaxaca, Guerrero, Texas. Let's go 2 more coal mines in Guerrero. Kind of feel like I want to pin specific goods or something, so I can keep an eye on certain market situations, like the amount of sugar that we are selling, without constantly swapping through menus. Predict to grow to level 8. Okay. Sour truth. Child labor debate, success chance, more or more. Some radicals in Mexican Oklahoma. There are no people there. I'll do this. Landowners are not terribly off, so we must stop this. Give me that child labor. I mean, the reduction in child labor. You know what I want. I'm not here for child labor. Wow, we built 2 levels of government thing, right? Government administration in Mexico, which is essentially fully hired, and we still need a lot more that. Let's build at least 1 more. Knowledge. Give me another university, I'll take it. Gimme. And then it's probably just another level of government administration, isn't it? Still in Mexico. Motor industry is still not doing great. We may have to go ahead and have more steel being produced now. It might be negative enough that it's having an actual impact. Lacking engines, but only a tiny amount. We could always, we could just use more engines in places. But yeah, that lack of steel is actually quite high now. We also still lack all the iron, so if we were to go and have our steel mills on the open hearth process, just need even more iron. Iron. Can I do anything to have more iron? No, fewer people, but not more iron as such. I'm just gonna spam a bunch of iron mines into Jalisco. And then we're probably gonna have to generate people. No, you lack tons of people. You might still lack people. Yeah, you're just not hiring the people. Because of engines not doing so well right now. Could generate a bit of an engine demand by upgrading more things to use engines. Which we wanted to do anyway. Maize farms are not it though. Coal mines. I mean, we could. Wait, you produce less coal if you have a steam donkey. Yeah, because usually steam donkeys use coal. So if you use a steam donkey in the coal mine, then you have less coal. It makes some sort of sense. Twisted as it may be. Tobacco plantations. We want to automatically irrigate you. It just uses engines. Lots of engines. I'll just do it. It might make things a bit iffy. Especially with these sugar plantations not doing so well. Maybe I should go down a little on the sugar production. Because we still have extra sugar, is that right? Or are the Americans buying it all? They are buying most of it. Okay. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe we should be looking at even more grocery production. It's just everything, still. We keep expanding our ability to produce, and that just makes even more things necessary to be produced. Kinda neat. There you go. And luckily enough, our country is doing so well that all of this is kind of fine. Even the fact that we're not doing so great on the everything. They're words. Words exist. Wait, how do I have so much extra tobaccos? Oh, well, I did swap to more tobacco production. America, buy some tobacco from me. Keep that price high. I do wonder if I should import some steel. Let's do that for now. Until we can finally hit the button. I'm not as concerned about our trade deficit anymore. So it's probably fine. Get me that chat. Oh, we failed one, I think. Did we? No. No, maybe not. Gonna go up to speed 5 again. While nothing much is happening. Especially nothing in which the US of A are using our obligation for something. Or they might just sit here and do nothing and we'll get screwed over. Screwed out of our achievement by that. That would be bad. Maybe there are ways, draw them into a war through a third party or something. And then we lose the obligation. It's possible. Would be a very EU4 kind of thing to do. More buildings. There might just be even more iron mines because we're gonna need all that iron. Coal still looking real bad. So, coal. Central Archive successfully completed. Whee! I love bureaucracy. 5 years of No, I'm just gonna take some science. These events have such low rewards. Maybe I just shouldn't be not focusing on them at all. What I should be focusing on is putting a cut in here. But I kind of really want to see child labor pass first. Well, yes, restricting child labor. I'm not trying to pass child labor. Don't at me. Jalisco needs a railway, I suppose. Jalisco has some people left. Probably not much more. Here comes child labor. No. Crooked connections. We can do this, surely. Yeah. Permission. Alright. Let's put a cut in here. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And, I mean, if you have anything at all to say, then surely there is a comment section that is of interest for you to use. I'm just going to sell some tools to the Russians. There we go. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.